Welcome to BAWASHIR automation class again. So we have here our factory IO. We are going to go to our scenes. I just have here something small that I want us to go through. I've clicked online scenes. I have here our scenes. So we are going to just select from, let me see, A to B. We are going to have scene A to B. Now what we are going to do with A to B, we are going to first extend to configure it a bit. We are going to modify it a bit. What we are going to do, this sensor, we are going to extend it a bit around there. Let me check here. Then also the reflector. What's wrong? Is it not moving? We are going to move the reflector this way. Is it in a line? Not yet. Around. There we are going to move the reflector there. Then what we are going to do, we are going to click on this sensor and click this one. Then we are going to say duplicate. So on duplicating, we are going to transfer it at the beginning. We are going to transfer it around here. So now we have this one here, we have this one. Don't put at the extreme end, just put around the middle. So when you go to tags, we have, sensors, we have this one, sensor retroreflective. This is sensor 0, this is sensor we can rename. This one, we can rename it as hind limit or behind limit, depends on your language. Then this one, we can rename it as front limit. Front limit, is it? So now this conveyor, we are going to right click, come here, configure, then we make digital plus minus. Digital plus minus means this way, we are going to have roller minus. We are going to rename it and say this is a reverse. Then we have roller plus. We are going to rename it forward. Hope I remember we did this. We did this reverse and forward some time back on how to configure and how to run this conveyor in both directions. So the sensors, as you see, they are normally closed. So now configuration is done. What we are going to do is we are going to design a PLC program, which is we are going to have two modes. Before two modes, so I'm going to design the HMI. Let's remove this. I'm going to open my GT-DESIGHNER. I'm going to design the control panel, human machine interface, to control our scene. So we have only here two sensors and two contactors for forward and reverse. Okay, so here we are going to have new. display new project, next. So go to 2000, is okay. Go to graphics, can leave like that. Then you just say next. Here Mitsubishi Melisec. Here you can use Melisec FX series. Melisec FX. Then next, here use standard. Select that one. Standard IF, is it? Yeah. Then you say next. Then Melisec FX, just leave that one. Say next. Then you say next. Everything, just say next. You can select here the screen type you want. Me, I'm just going to select the default one. Then you say finish. Now here I just want us to be keen. We are going to learn some more functionalities, but not individually. Just by the end of this HMI, at least you'll be able to do some designings. So here, first of all, we are going to have, I'm going to right click on the screen here to have the screen property. And in screen property, I'm going to have basic. Let me see, can I change something here? Key window basic settings, advanced settings. Let me see. I think here nothing much. Let me again object selection and just display position, screen design, option selection, dialog window, screen number, screen type. Screen number is 1. Dialog, I think. So what you are going to do is we are going to start with the text. And here the text you are going just to, this is, the scene was named A to B. We are going to have conveyor control. Conveyor control, you can change. Now here you can change the size of the text. You can change the font type. You can change either italic or underlined. Then here you can change line spacing. Then here, this is other. Other means it's not a lamp, it is not a switch, it is just something else which has no functionality. You can give it a name, maybe label 1. This is, you can convert it to logo text, you can convert it to comment display, but here allow me put it in uppercase. I'm going to say conveyor control. So now, like this text, that means anything that you want to use just as a text, just as a label, an indication, still you can be following this very thing. Here is the text color. Text color, maybe you can choose, for example, blue. Then background color, it will be the background of the text. You can choose maybe light, navy blue. Then this, I told you the size. Then the character set, I think Agents FB has one character set, which is that one. So you can go on, for study purposes, you can go on having various texts as you change various settings here to see the limit that you have in designing your text. Because HMI designing, sometimes it is also all about your creativity in art. If you double click on it, size has gone to 71, has raised. Let me see font. I'm going to type C. I want something like Calibri. Say okay. Character set. So this one has various character set. You can go on changing to see what else. Underlined, no need. Category, no need. Line spacing, we can increase line spacing. You say okay. See conveyor control. Or another way of having a background, here you can double click and say background color. You say maybe none. Why is none here? There is no none. Let me select that and see. This is white. Background color. Okay, you uncheck the box. That means the text will have no background. So you can come here and draw a rectangle from here up to here. Then the rectangle, you can give it properties. You double click on it. Then you say line color. You want it also to be blue. Then you say line width, maybe 7. Then you say line style. Maybe you want it to be dotted, or you want it to be full. The pattern. So I'm looking for shape color, shape fill. Why is not bringing shape color? Okay. So let me select this, not lamps, not trigger, not control display. Okay, let me first say. So this one, can move it inside a bit. Then just want to make it in the center and move down a bit. Then outward, conveyor, controller. So the conveyor controller, you can have, is there any setting we can change? Something like move to behind or no. So I don't know why this shape color is refused. Let me say pattern. Let me see one. Then shape color. Let me see if I choose navy blue. Background color, I choose that very navy blue. Type, I say rounded, and choose any. Then radius you increase. Those who do design, you know, the radius is this one. Are you seeing these corners? Just for neatness. Say okay. And now order, stack order, you say move to back. Are you seeing? You say move to back, then you can move it up a bit. So that is also another way of creating a background for it, other than having the text's background. So these features you can design in any way that you want. Even here, when you come here to background and you right click and you say there's some properties here I'm searching, but I'm failing. Registration, screen size, individually set the screen design, background color of the screen. We can choose maybe this one. You see, okay, we have got. Then you say okay. You see now the screen has changed the color. Conveyor control. Okay, so that is all about text and the shape. The shape, you can also have various settings. We have this shape here. We have this, we have polygon here. We have circle. We have an arc. We just have here lines. Just the way you can do in any other software, maybe Publisher, maybe Photoshop, or even any other designing. So now we are going to have here, we don't need any functionalities on this one. Now what we are going to have is, we are going to have a switch. Lamp. Okay, let's have a switch. So you just click it there, then you can minimize. Now the properties, this button can also have various properties. Now we shall have user ID for key input 0. We shall have something like text. It can have a text inside. Here we are going to have maybe manual. That button is for manual. When it is on, or it will just, that one is going to be ever blue. Are you seeing? Text, manual, you say okay. Now text size, you can also change the text size. The text font, you can change from here text font. It can be a text, it can be a comment, but we are going to use text. So it's going to be in the center. You can choose right, left, up, and down. Are you seeing? This is the orientation. Control left, control center E, and you control right R. You can choose here. It is various types: offset, from frame, line settings. Then here the button is style, shape color. You can choose here the button is color. Then the shape, you can change the button shape. Maybe you can use this one. You say okay. Even this one also, you come to shape. Then you say maybe that one, because it has always to be the same. This is when clicked, this is when not clicked. Then action. Here we are going to have a bit. I'm not going to put device because we have not yet made the program yet. So I'm just going to have, we are just going to have set. Okay, we are just going to leave momentary. Say okay. Then here, say okay. So this is manual button. I see. So manual button, where it has buttons have style. They have text. What is written inside? Or this, we can change maybe text color, something like yellow. The text font, maybe Agents AB, will it be nice? Manual, that one is not okay. Let me see if I check Times New Romans, just putting some of the common fonts. Okay. Then we can have, we have here extended features. We have trigger script. Then you say okay. Then you can right click this one, or on the keyboard just say Ctrl C, copy, and say paste. You see. Now paste, you just click it somewhere there. Now we are going to change the text, and this one is, we are going to name it automatic. Automatic. That means we are going to have two buttons, manual and automatic. We can change the color of this button. Come here, text. I mean style. Then you have blue. That the other one was blue, so it has limited colors. Okay, since it is all their control modes, we can leave it manual. Automatic, spelling of automatic. Say okay. Are we there? So these ones, they must have functionality. So you have manual, we have automatic. Maybe let me extend this one this way. So in a manual, we can have also two buttons. I'm going to say Ctrl V. I'm going to put here. I'm going to put here a button. Then again Ctrl V. I'm going to put here another button. That is a switch. Again Ctrl V. I'm going to put here in automatic. I'm going to have two of them. I'm going to put here one. Again Ctrl V. Remember, I'm just copying and pasting. Don't ask too much what is Ctrl V. So this one under manual, we are going to have here text. We are going to have reverse. Then here we are going to have under text. We are going to have forward. Then here we are going to have start, because now when it is automatic, no need for reverse or forward. It is start and stop, and the machine goes in the direction specifically the way I'm going to explain. So here text, here is stop. Okay, so these ones, since they are not also control modes, can change the style. So here we are going to have shape, can have this. Then you say, okay, so we have here basic shapes. There are very many. You see all these ones. You see all these ones. Then you have library. You can choose here a library. We have these ones. That library. We have this one. That library. We have this one. Those libraries, are you seeing? Those are selector switches. Scroll up to down. So there are various, or you can choose parts. We don't have parts yet. Okay, so we are going to choose library and use the very basic library, which is, I've forgotten it even. What was the library I was using? I'm going to say cancel first. The library, I do not crammed it, so it is here. But for you can be using various as you want. Then this one, also the same shape. Then color, since we have forward and reverse, you can have yellow and pink. Yellow. So okay. So this one, to give us a really good shape, we do it like this. Okay. And the same applies to this. Oh, where is the color of this one? Style. So it is only here. So even here also give it yellow. So okay, I see. A text color has now changed. That means your text color, you must change something else. Where is text color? Reverse. Text color is here. You can give it this. So okay, you see. But now when you're doing your design, now I'm going to copy just Ctrl CV and put it here. Then I'll delete this one. Then I move this one. So I'm delaying because, and this is I think the only video I'm delaying. The rest it will be just going to be a walkover. So here we are going to come to text, reverse. This one is forward. Forward, and I think we can change the color here. We come to style. Then we change to something like pink. Then this one also put maybe pink. You say okay. Forward, but the word is not seen. Okay. So now this one start, we can give just a style. We are going to give it green. Okay. Then this one stop, we are going to give it red. So okay. So reverse forward under manual control, start stop under automatic control. Now we need to have indicators. We are going to have here lamp. I'm going to have here one lamp. This one is going to indicate whether manual is triggered. This one I'm going to put my automatic here, and also copy and paste this lamp to indicate here whether automatic has been triggered. Then from there I'm going to have two more lamps for forward and reverse. we are going to have two more. I'm going to have here forward and reverse. Okay, let me first have, I'm going to have here indication status manual, something like that, and I'm going to have automatic, something like that. Then we are going to have, let me move this one this way, start, stop, reverse, forward. I'm going to say Control CV. I'm going to have the one for start here, Control V. This is just my fake design for you people. I'm just teaching you how to come up with this, but the art depends on yourself. These are lamps, bit lamps. We put them here like this. So when it is in a stop, when it is in a start, when we are doing forward, when you're doing reverse, that one the light. So now we shall have sensor. We shall have sensor to monitor the sensors also, to have sensor information. And I'm going to have here text of back limit. Here is hind. Background, no, not background color, text color. I'm going to use black. Let's say yes. So hind. I'm going to put this lamp here. Then I'm going to control, and this text is not okay. Let me see. Bold. So okay, hind. Then I'm going to say Control CV. I paste it here. I double click on it. Then I change the text front. So hind is going to indicate the hind sensor, and the front is going to indicate the front sensor status. Let me first put here. So I'm going to have here shape, something like this. I'm going to move it this way. I'm going to double click on this shape and give it a borderline of this, and give it a line color of also dark blue. And maybe give it a shape fill of that one. Then again I've cancelled. Instead of saying okay, I'm going to give it that line. Then I'm going to give it color. Now again I'm going to change pattern. I'll give it shape color, something like that. Here, something like that. And the same. Let me say line color 3. And just give it the very like this one. This one, the very one like this one, the very one like this one. Pattern 1. So okay, I wanted it to look like this one. I chose this one and I chose this one. I say okay, yeah, I wanted them to look like that. So Then you can right click on it, then come to order. Where is order? Yeah. Where did I leave order? Someone has seen order. Why is it getting a stacking order? Then you say move to back layer so that you can have these words. Then I'm going to come to this word and say Ctrl+CV and paste it here, and I say sensors. No, I say input, output, status. Or sensor status. This one just depends on how you, the viewer or the operator, you want the designer, you want the operator to understand. So here it is the sensor status, the behind sensor, the front sensor, and here, Now the problem is on you people giving this thing functionality. Just the design, I want it to be as simple as that for now. Then now what we are going to do is we have a manual button. It should have a manual lamp. You have an automatic button. Should have an automatic lamp when you press. So we have reverse button. When you are pressing reverse, the reverse lamp has to light. When you're pressing forward, the forward lamp has to light. Then we have start. When you press start under automatic, this lamp has to work. When you press stop, this lamp has to work. Start and stop only work when it is on automatic mode, and reverse and forward, these ones, they only work when it is in the manual mode. Are you seeing? Now, how do I want them to work? When in the manual mode, you press start. When in the manual mode, once you press forward, it goes forward. It doesn't hold. It goes forward as long as you are still pushing the button. Then also reverse, it comes reverse. It doesn't hold as long as you are still pushing the button. What I mean, you press reverse and continue pressing, then to remove reverse. When you release, it stops. When you press forward, it moves forward. When you release, it stops. That's under manual mode. Then now when under automatic mode, it is going to, automatic mode, by itself, it is going to go to reverse. When it reaches the sensor, it stops. It stops for some few seconds, like 3 seconds, then it comes reverse. Are you seeing? Then when it reaches that sensor, it also stops. Then after like 1 to 2 seconds, it goes back again. Are you seeing? It reaches that sensor, it stops. After like 1 to 2 seconds, it comes again. In that routine, that is the automatic mode. You may ask me where does it apply? It may not have a specific application, but it develops ideas. Are you seeing? Though, still it may also have an application. So that is how automatic should operate under start and stop. Once you put in automatic, when the machine has stopped, this lamp should light. When it is starting or when it is running, this one should light. So as it reaches the behind the sensor, this sensor lights. As it reaches the front sensor, this sensor lights. As it reaches the behind the sensor, this sensor lights. Like that, like that. I don't know whether you've understood. It is an assignment. If you have not understood, please post your inquiry. Post your inquiry so that we can see. You are going to design a ladder logic for what I've explained. Then after the ladder logic, you set up the MXOPC configurator. After setting up the MXOPC configurator, you link your GXWorks to simulation to this GT-DESIGHNER simulation, and you complete the project. Then you can forward for review. So I think you have got some basics on how to make our background here, put text, put shapes, put buttons, and put lamps. It is not all, but as we shall be continuing with other projects, we shall be viewing other more functionalities. You see? So see you when you see me, please people, comply and at least try out this.